What's up, guys? We've launched our official 3 Days Talking Discord server. You should join. Nathan, take it away.
Hey, what's up, idiots? This is the unofficial official promo for the official 3 Idiots Talking podcast Discord server. Sit back, get comfy, and maybe even crack open a cold one, and engage in our welcoming community of fellow music nerds. Unleash your hot takes, not only of the musical variety, but also of the political, which is highly encouraged. See you in the chat, idiots.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the 3 Idiots Talking podcast. We are here with our third... Okay, sure. Also, only reaction channel on YouTube. Never forget it. But we are here with our third Pink Floyd album in the Pink Floyd discography. We are continuing the Pink Floyd discography with the album called More. Very little interesting album cover. It appears to be a windmill and some land.
From a movie.
Oh, well, there you go. Good to know.
This is a soundtrack to a movie.
This is the soundtrack to a movie. I think I heard someone say that before on our last stream we did with Pink Floyd. Well, so the album More came out in 1969, 13 songs, 45 minutes long. This is the first non-Syd Barrett album of Pink Floyd, correct?
Yep.
All right, so we have the permanent band members for the rest of the discography. We got David Gilmour, not permanent. Okay, never mind. Tell me who I'm not wrong. I got David Gilmour, Roger Waters, Richard Wright, Nick Mason. Who else?
Richard Wright is out for the final cut, and Roger Waters is out for everything
okay,
after
yes, sorry. You're right. We have the main core for the next bunch of albums, though. Correct? For quite a while. When they become Pink, when they become known and big, we have the main core to go through. David Gilmour. Who's the main songwriter on this album? Who's doing all that stuff?
I have no idea.
No clue. Noah.
There's like no cohesion to this era of Pink Floyd. It's all over the place.
This one in particular.
Yeah, I think they were just like people. I think they were just like, hey guys, come up with some shit. We'll see if we can get it to work out. We don't really know what we're doing right now, but we're gonna keep trying shit till we figure it out.
So I know that David Gilmour eventually does become lead songwriter for most of their stuff, correct? Or is it? Is it Waters?
Both.
Okay, they split duties. Got it.
Waters is the main lyricist.
So Syd Barrett goes away from the band. They bring in Gilmour full time at this point. What Noah, give us a quick little, because you and Cole were talking right before we started the stream saying this is the most directionless they sound. All like this and the next one are sort of, they're looking for a sound they haven't found it yet. They don't know where they're going quite yet. Sort of give us an overview. What happens between Saucer and More and the next one that you guys are just like, what are they doing?
Well, losing the guy who is essentially their main everything hurts a bit.
Fair enough.
And then having to make a movie soundtrack, which I'm sure they had absolutely zero experience in making any music like that before. Don't know if it was the best decision. So at points they seem directionless.
That sort of brings up another good question I have. Why did they make a movie soundtrack? What happened? How did
they paid them to?
They got paid to. Okay, fair enough. I assume the movie was called More.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what else should we know about this? Because this is sort of like it's the first album without Syd Barrett, and it happens to be a movie soundtrack. Is there anything else we should know about it? Because I know you guys were talking before, and you're just like, you guys tend to forget this album. That's what you said. A lot of people already said that coming into this chat.
There's a couple of songs on here that I'm a big fan of that I come back to pretty frequently, but the whole album is just so all over the place, and it's just so aimless that it's and I wouldn't say like most of the songs here are just really forgettable, at least based on my memory of them.
Sure.
That it's just not like I don't think I've ever seen anybody call More their favorite Pink Floyd album. it usually just hangs out in, like, the bottom, somewhere in the bottom 5 of their discography. Some people will even put it at last, but
Well, I'd love to see what chat and the comments say when we upload this about where they rank this in the Pink Floyd discography. But I think we've done enough talking. I think you guys have described it pretty well. Let's get into Pink Floyd's third album, More, from 1969, 13 songs long, 45 minutes, starting with Cirrus Minor. For the
I want to go
record,
first on this one.
I might have to watch this movie at some point. I should
You know
probably
what's
watch
it about.
Obscured by Clouds first.
well, Spotify doesn't have lyrics here. Are
It's
there
about
lyrics on
some,
this
like,
song?
weird...
Rogue adventure.
yeah, like some kid and some older lady, like, get into this weird relationship.
What is going on with my OBS? It keeps
I don't know, I haven't looked it up in a long time.
moving to the wrong screen. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's getting annoying.
I have some things to say about this song when we're done.
I don't even remember this.
I do.
Some junkie beating his girlfriend for 90 minutes. That's the movie? Alright, might avoid it then.
Figured I'd widen the search on this particular poll.
And I still say no.
I don't even know. I'm not gonna vote. I don't even know.
They have 14 studio albums.
Wow.
They have 15 studio albums.
Is it 15?
Yeah.
That makes it even easier. Come on. It's Final Cut.
There are some great
your
songs
laughs.
on this album.
What?
I mean, this is better than Uma Guma. It's better than Final Cut. I'd probably rather listen to it than Momentary Lapse of Reason.
I don't know, man. I know it's outside the top 10.
And I mean, this will upset people, but I'd rather listen to this than Piper. Way rather.
You are stupid.
Spotify really got to get with the program on these lyrics, man. There's lyrics that are clear and easy to tell, and they just don't have it for this.
Well, I don't think they're that concerned with releasing the lyrics for the album more.
Genius has them.
It's because Genius is run by fans, not company.
Ooh, this vocal effect's kind of cool. Oh, those are the lyrics. Okay. David's voice keeps getting better.
True.
Is he lead singer on this album?
Hope so. I don't really remember.
No, a ton of singing on this album.
Cosmic is not happy with your latest opinion.
Get
Cole.
him, Richard.
Can you
Get
guys
'em.
state your favorite bands? We'll do it after
Big
this
Floyd.
song.
How many? How many do you want me to name? Because
Yeah.
I can go for a while.
Drop how many you want us to name. Number 1 or like 3 or 5?
Or 10, 15.
One.
I could do like
For now, one.
5 maybe.
I'd love to give you my... No, I'd have to actually pick a top 10. That would
This is
Keep it
lovely.
to one band for now.
This is
How
awesome.
about do 5?
Okay.
I can see why I have this liked. I don't know who shared this song
You
to me,
did
but
say bands, plural.
Oh, you did. My bad.
So, unless he says otherwise, I'm gonna do 5. I'm not gonna do more. Top 3.
David Gilmour is the GOAT guitarist. Hi, sir. You call everything and everyone the GOAT, so I
He's
don't
up
know how much
there.
I can pick with you, bro.
Better than a lot of people that. He's better than a lot of guitarists people put him under.
This is a vibe.
It's okay.
Is that Mr. Wright on keyboard?
Who else?
I always forget who keyboard
else
drummer
knows.
is.
My boy.
He's killing it. I don't think I've ever complained about a Richard Wright keyboard in my entire life.
Why would anybody? I mean, besides like a tone, I would never complain about his playing. He's a brilliant player.
Always good. Always good. Sounds like Floyd to you? Well, it does help when it is Floyd.
Now, this is the underrated track on the album.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's a little groover. Well, not really a groover, but
I was about to say, do they even play drums?
an atmospheric hidden gem.
I agree with atmospheric.
I'm a fan of the Little Birdies. I think they do good adding a little atmosphere to it. I think David Gilmour sounds really good. I like the reverb they added to it. I think it fits the track very well. You know, we just get some very pretty keyboards, as well as the birdies. And I think 5 minutes is like the perfect length for this track. This right here is an 8.5.
8.5.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, great. I don't know this album yet. I've heard individual songs linked to me by you, Noah. But I do not know this album, so I don't know if it's a vibe setter or if the rest of the album is going to sound anything like this. But so far, love the intro. And knowing that is a soundtrack, I'm assuming this was just during a very calming type of the movie. I've never seen the movie, so I don't know. Love the start of it. Was a little high pitched and got a little bit, not squeaky, but a little like reaching the higher pitches on a couple different moments. Solid 7. Cole.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about it. It was nice, but I don't, I'm not like, I don't see myself coming back to this one particularly often, but it's nice,
Sure is.
It's got some prettiness to it. I'll throw it a 7.
All right, up next, the Nile song. And this one has lyrics. That guitar is so edgy. Raw. That almost sounds like a White Stripes guitar. Well, for a second there. Cole is into this one. Wow. Pop off, David. That echo effect you're using kind of felt a little unnecessary. He is just eating the shit out of that drum. Love a good drum fill, man. Alright, this guitar is way too quiet. Way too quiet. It's so behind everything. That was a fail of a solo.
Hey David, you're stealing my move. You're just making noise.
She is calling from the deep, summoning my soul to endless sleep.
So weird.
This does not sound like the Pink Floyd I'm aware of at all.
Existential lyrics, which is like a noise rock instrumental.
Wow. If you had told me this is Pink Floyd after I had listened to Dark Side or Animals or The Wall, would not believe you.
I remember years ago I played you this song without telling you who it was by, and you...
He kind of got a little bit of like some grungy tones at one point. It's hard rock, and they did not become famous off hard rock. Blisteringly hard rock. What an amazing drum fills the whole time. Just the drum is, I mean, he must have been swinging it all the way up to be hitting it with such anger. Love David's vocals on here. Fantastic lyrics, fantastic vocals, completely fit the instrumental. The only real issue I have with this song is that guitar. It's so behind everything else. It's completely faded. And I assume that was intentional. I don't really know why they do that. You took away so much of the solo, even if it wasn't intentional. If it wasn't intentional, that's a huge production problem. But like the guitar solo sounded cool, but you could barely hear it. It's like somebody toned it down like 40% or something. It was really weird. I don't know why they chose to do that. Everything else kicked ass though. It was great to listen to, and it sounds nothing like Pink Floyd. Like, it's so weird. 8 to 8.5. Cool.
This is like one of the weirdest songs they've ever written, because it's like, when the hell did Pink Floyd make borderline noise rock? It's so, like, there's something about this that is so uncoordinated and just so bizarre. He gives an interesting vocal performance. It's really weird hearing David Gilmour yell like that.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
another
if he had quite figured it out all the way yet, how to really do that or sing this kind of song. I think he would later figure it out a little bit better. I mean, okay, listen. Last thing I don't like, the production is really bad. I mean,
yeah,
this production is not good.
It's a bad.
It's not mixed well. It sounds just like they recorded these instruments wildly differently. I mean, it's just not mic'd well. You know, it's super rough.
It almost sounds like there was one mic at the front of the band, and the guitar was playing all the way in the back.
Yeah, they just did not know how to record stuff yet.
It's weird because some of the previous albums were produced better.
Maybe it's just how loud it was. They didn't know how to produce something this loud.
That's
I don't
fair.
know, but the production's pretty rough. But it is fun.
It's so fun.
I think it's pretty fun. I don't think Noah likes this song very much.
He's had
but
a grumpy look on his face.
I think this song is a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I think the lyrics are pretty cool. And I just love how chaotic it is and how loud it is. But yeah, it is certainly deeply flawed, but I think it's really fun. I'd probably throw it like an 8.
Okay. Noah, you've had a look on your face all the time. Go for it, brother.
It's kind of like when something gets called underrated so much that it becomes overrated.
Like that one song we did a couple albums ago for Radiohead.
Well, yeah, it's this.
This is their letdown.
This is the letdown.
Yeah, it is. It's one of their heaviest songs. It's also probably one of their most uncoordinated. It's all over the place. Some of those drum fills are not the best. They're like some Lars Ulrich fills in there. Or he just smacking on the snare 4 times.
Oh, I just love it. He's just wailing on that thing. Just fucking beating the shit out of it.
I don't know. And then the solo being mixed the way it is, very disappointing. I mean, sounds really good. Big fan of the raw guitar. David sounds very good. Lyrics are there. They're certainly something. I just think this song's a little overrated by the fans.
But Floyd fans or the public? Because I don't know how many people even know about this outside of
Floyd
Floyd.
fans.
Floyd fans, okay.
Best I can do is a 7.5.
All right, up next, Crying Song. A little different title there.
Don't read damn thing about this one.
You love it, Shadow? Hello, I'm not even going to try. DOSC Wolney. Floyd Zeppelin and the Angels are your top 3 favorites.
I think this is the first song where they say the thing.
What thing?
Stone.
Is that a thing they say a lot?
Stone.
Big old meme.
Stone.
I must not be aware of this one. This is the title theme for the Crying game?
We smile,
I don't know what you're talking about.
smile. We smile and smile. Laughter echoes in your eyes.
Well, that was a weird bass.
Guitar.
We climb.
Yeah, no.
Acoustic guitar, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't a bass guitar?
No.
Oh.
We climb and climb. Footfall softly in the pines.
This is weird.
We cry.
There's something about that melody that does not work at all for me.
We cry and cry. Sadness
I hate.
passes
I.
in
Ooh, this is giving me a bugaboo right now. A serious one.
Bugaboo.
We roll
Mmm.
If it's average bugaboo.
we roll and roll. Help me roll away the
Chad, I wonder if you can figure out what I hate about this. It's one specific thing. Chocolate milk alert. Ooh. Now that's a well mic'd guitar. Okay.
I don't know, that's kind of boring, to be honest. Not much of great significance really happens during that song. I don't really like the vocal melody. Nothing else about the instrumental is all that great. It's not like it's particularly that pretty. His voice is he's a little too close to the mic vocally. He could back up a little bit.
There it is, right there. That's the bugaboo right there.
The guitar solo is also just kind of dull and uneventful and doesn't really have that David Gilmour feel to it that we all know and love. Yeah, I'm feeling like a 5, just kind of boring.
I would like to go next. My huge issue I have, and it's not just related to this song, it's related to any song. I cannot stand when I hear the lips open like ASMR on a mic. Kill me. Just shoot me dead, because I heard it multiple times by Mr. Gilmour, because he was right here, and I'm like, I want to die. I hate it. It's the worst thing a singer can ever do. I'd rather you screech and holler than do that. That's just I'm never gonna forget that about this song. So my opinion might be a little scuffed because of that. Rather a boring song, like Cole said. Outside of that, not a whole lot happening. The lyrics were kind of dull too. They weren't really that interesting. Guitar thing at the end was kind of cool. Weirdly produced. It went over and just did some weird panning at the end. 5 is kind of being a little too nice. I'm gonna give this a 4. I really hated that, or not hated the lips thing he was doing. Couldn't stand it. Noah.
We have reached the key issue of more. Just songs with not enough substance to be it's free to ever want to come back to them. Nothing really happens. The melodies aren't compelling enough. Instrumentals not good enough. Solo is not the best. And that's all that happened.
It's not a very complex song.
This is more. More is actually fucking less. That should be the name of the album.
More is less.
That was a terrible joke. 5.
All right, up next we have Up the Khyber. This one appears to have no lyrics, but let's see if that's true.
They're grooving. They're jamming, or at least Nick is.
Oh no!
I don't
Interesting.
remember this song at all, and I'm terrified.
I've never heard this song. Oh, it does not have lyrics. Okay. Oh, it's short. That was a silly 6, Rickster. What the fuck is going on?
What does this sound like?
It sounds like something off of like one of those jazz albums you love, Cole.
It does actually.
Honestly, this sounds
is-
like a Walmart brand fucking track off of Black Saint and the Sinner Lady.
No,
Yes.
this is Bitches Brew.
This sounds
Bitches
nothing like
Brew.
This does not.
Now
So
we
much
got the
closer to
electric-
Black Saint.
What is
Now we got
this?
We got the keyboard in there. It's Bitches Brew now.
It's fucking Kmart Bitches Brew.
Is this psychedelic rock without Sid Barrett for Pink Floyd? Early
Cashed
on?
in my.
This is more avant-garde, I guess.
I used my Kohl's cash and bought Bitches Brew.
This doesn't even sound like a song. It just sounds like what you get in and warm up on the. You're just warming up.
This is avant-garde music for you. I mean, granted, there's some avant-garde music that I think is amazing.
This song was supposed
This- I
to
can't lie.
accompany a scene of anal sex. That's what Up the Khyber means.
I really wish I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is going in the freak playlist.
Is this getting played in the trap house after hours? After
played.
dark?
Oh, yeah.
This is getting played at Noah's personal crib. Oh.
Wow. This is not good. Drums are. This is just like something. It's like they attempted like avant-garde jazz, but really bad.
Well, you asked a rock band to play jazz music.
Like avant-garde jazz at some points can almost sound like somebody randomly hitting the notes. This is randomly hitting notes. Yeah, I'm feeling like a 3.
Yeah, I mean, this to me, what I got from this was just a warm-up session. Like what you do right before you're about to get into your 4 hours of studio recording. You just sit there and just for 20 minutes just beat on your instruments till you feel like you're ready to go, and then you keep a little rhythm, maybe throw in a couple things, and it's like someone just decided to record it, and it's like, you know, it'd be really cool. What if we threw up a warm-up session in like a 2-minute song, just randomly on this album? I don't know. Doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. 2. Cole.
Well, I mean, I didn't hate it. I think if you isolated the things that they're playing, I don't think they'd be that awful. I thought the drumming was kind of cool, but I mean, this is not my definition of like great avant-garde music. It certainly ain't no bitches brew. And that like synthesizer or keyboard tone was not great. Yeah, I don't really know what this is trying to be all that much. I'll throw it like a 4.5.
All right, up next, Green is the Color. I've heard a lot about this song.
We're going on the best stretch of the album. 2 songs.
That's really true.
The best stretch. We back to fucking on the moor bed, Noah?
Going up that khyber.
David singing?
Yeah.
Oh. That sounded really out of tune.
The recorder is rough.
I mean, that was squeaky out of tune. Moonshine beat her blind every time. Jesus.
I'd bet one of the members is playing the recorder.
Who?
I'd bet band members playing the recorder.
I doubt it was a sessions player.
Yeah.
What is going on with this piano?
Jam.
Being good, yeah.
I think it sounds great.
Does it not sound off compared to the instrumental, though?
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe it doesn't. Sounds like Charlie Brown right here. Oh my god, that fucking recorder. Holy
That one
Lord.
note.
What are you doing, brother?
Just gotta zone out the right channel.
Just left track this whole song.
This song's really good. One issue.
Really? What's that one issue, Noah? I have no idea.
The middle schooler recorder. Sounds like it's being played by a child. I'd imagine it was one of the band members that just said, I can do this. Proceeded to do it. And fucking sucked. Vocals are really pretty. I like
Yeah.
the lyrics. Piano is very good. But it's the fucking recorder, man. I'd give it a higher rating, but it's the recorder. 8.
Yeah. So I don't remember the song, but apparently I had heard it before. But
Oh, hold on. It was played by somebody named Lindy Mason. Maybe
Lindy?
Nick Mason's wife, maybe.
Maybe Nick
Maybe
Mason's wife.
daughter?
Apparently, it's a tin whistle,
Lindy, what
It's a
the fuck?
whistle. Okay. Well, whatever. Doesn't
which
really.
basically looks exactly like a recorder.
Well, it doesn't really matter who played it. Sorry, Lindy. Not good. Yeah. Noah said everything I was gonna say. Pretty, very pretty song. And then you get that like meme recorder sound, which just sort of you're zoning in, and then you hear this stupid recording right. You're like, what the fuck is that? What? And it completely takes you out of the song for a little bit every time it comes in. Unfortunately, they keep it going at the end for like 30 seconds. Outside of that, beautiful song, very pretty. 7 to a 7.5. Cool.
Wait, what did Noah? No, what did you rate it?
8.
I didn't-
8.
8. Okay. Well, even though that tin whistle sounds really rough, I still adore the rest of this song. I think it's one of the most beautiful songs they wrote. And if they take that fucking thing out of there, I think it would be one of the best songs in their discography, honestly.
Beautiful.
Love the lyrics. One of the best melodies they wrote before like metal. Gorgeous piano solo. I'm probably feeling like a 9.
All right, up next, Cymbaline. What's up, Richard Beaton? Loving the Floyd reaction. Would you consider doing the same thing for Bob Marley? His early stuff was badass.
Probably not.
I don't think I've ever heard a full Bob Marley album.
Fucking love that line.
I don't think this song is... It's not underrated anymore. It's very much a fan favorite at this point.
Butterfly with broken wings is falling by your side. The ravens all are closing in, there's nowhere you can hide.
Okay, this is some amazing lyrics.
And agent are both busy on the phone, selling colored photographs to magazines back home, and it's high time. Cymbaline,
Waters write these?
high time.
I'd bet so.
Cymbaline, please wake me.
Somebody wake this man.
Under songwriters, it just says Roger Waters, so probably.
You can definitely see he was getting into his elite level lyrics wise that he'll come into in the next few albums. A Doctor Strange reference.
Yeah, why do you think they play a
Massive
Doctor
W.
Strange song in the first... Or they play a Pink Floyd song in the first Doctor Strange movie.
I didn't even know they
play-
did that.
They play
What song?
Interstellar Overdrive.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. I gotta go watch that on YouTube. Although, Interstellar Overdrive is not one I would have hoped for.
Well, it was fitting for the scene.
Whack Ringe PU. James Diamond, shut your fucking mouth, bro. I don't even know what that means.
David Gilmour just scatting on this thing.
Hey,
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. I forgot about all this.
what a hook.
Interesting that they, for this one, they pulled it back and let the instrumental be the loud part. Wake up, Mr. West! Mr. Gilmore!
Oh, that was
Shout out
pretty
to
cringe.
anyone who
Won't lie.
understood that. strange but working addition at conga, whatever you call them. Conga drums.
Let's say bongo. Let's say bongo.
Fine. What a strange addition, but it works so well to have bongo drums at the end here.
Huge fan. Perhaps one of my baby boys in the Pink Floyd discography right here. I think this song and a song on Atom Heart Mother that we will get to when we do Atom Heart Mother are my two favorite pre-metal Pink Floyd songs.
Great opinion.
I think there are just so many great fucking lyrics on this song. And the melody, especially on the chorus, is fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's really just nothing about this song that I don't think is great. The production isn't amazing. But, you know, I can't... I don't know how much, you know, they were working with at this time. But, you know, production's not great. But beyond that, I think everything about this song is pretty damn brilliant. Pretty freaking amazing. It's got a great amount of eeriness to it that I absolutely love. And combine that with all the great lyrics, the great melody, along with the great atmosphere. I'm feeling a 9.5 on Cymbaline.
You said it had eeriness. I didn't get that vibe. I agreed with everything else you said, but I didn't get the eeriness vibe.
I think the lyrics are really eerie. I love them.
Okay.
And the outro is pretty eerie too.
I thought you were talking instrumentally. That's what I meant.
A little bit of the outro.
Yeah, no, Cole's 100% right, and I rarely ever say that. This song fucking slaps. Absolutely the best song they've done so far in their discography. Love every moment of this. Love the way Gilmour's singing. Love the lyrics. Think the instrumental is fucking beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love the decision to even switch to add a bongo drum in there at the very end. I don't know why, but it works. Like everything they do here works so well. And the lyrics are just fantastic. He's singing gorgeous. Or singing gorgeously. He's singing vocally. It's amazing. I love that. One specific thing I wanted to point out was that this sounds, to me at least, just like a far better version of the previous song. Whereas, it's a very beautiful instrumental, but there's problems with it.
These lyrics are pretty dark.
It is. Well, I was gonna say, the contrast between the two is funny because the last song was all about, happiness and color, and this song is very dark lyrically. And it's a very interesting contrast to switch between the two. Love this. Absolutely fantastic. And I had the exact same rating as you did, Cole, 9.5. Noah, tell us why we're wrong.
I'll be a bit quicker so we can dredge through the rest of this album. I'm gonna double down with what I guess basically what you both said. Yeah. It is a 9.5.
Up next, Party Sequence.
This is why we make fun of this.
One other song on this album.
This one does not appear to have lyrics.
Spanish piece, right?
No, the only other song that I remember on this album is the Ibiza bar.
No.
Oh, this is very short.
I remember a couple for really bad reasons.
I think the main theme is just kind of orchestral.
Quicksilver's a fucking rough one.
Alright, see ya. You guys leaving already as soon as Party Sequence comes on? Damn.
It's clearly time to party.
This is why I said before we started streaming, it's out of date to make fun of a Spanish piece. We make fun of Party Sequence now.
Wait, that's it?
I think that tin whistle came back there for a second.
And it was more in tune this time.
And useless piece of music right there. 3.5 to a 4. I don't even really know what I was supposed to get from that.
Yeah, no clue what the fuck that was. It was just bongos being hit with a recorder at one point for a split second. Sounded like a filler song. Didn't really sound like anything at all. 3. Noah?
Bongos.
Bongos. 5. Ooh, the bongos doing it for you. So moving on to main theme. Oh, Cosmic. She put a 3. Some nice bongo drumming, but not a song.
Well, I don't think you can call a song boring when it's a minute long.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know about that.
Well, nothing interesting happens. 2 from Pin Sticker, 4 from Shadow Song.
But it's a minute. You gotta have like TikTok brain to get bored that quick.
Wow. What, do they just go on like this with a sheet metal? Just whoa, 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 whoa.
A sheet metal.
Ooh, this is creepy. I like it.
That keyboard has aged like milk. The tone of it has.
I feel like
There's a couple tones that have aged worse.
It just sounds so dated.
we're back. Here we go.
That sounds like some, honestly, it sounds like some just fucking Scooby-Doo-esque music.
Okay. Why am I into this?
I don't know.
You're right, Cole. This does sound like a Scooby-Doo theme song right here.
A lot less so now.
Like they're trolling through a haunted house. Okay, there's a lot going on. Wow, the panning is a little overdone.
I'm just looking at the track listing. I can't believe the longest song is Quicksilver, and you'll see why.
They're just showing their soundtrack credentials. Okay. Is that not a sun?
There's like some craft work keyboards here.
That did come to mind.
I thought that was a synthesizer. Okay, this is getting really hard to vibe to now.
Welcome to more.
It's like every time I start to get into it, some random sound comes in and throws me off.
They are not nearly creating the vibe that they think they are.
It insists upon itself.
Like, what is that guitar there for a minute? Or a second? What is that?
It's trying to be psychedelic.
This is an overstimulating someone.
Is it?
There's a lot of shit going on right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling understimulated.
I'm bored.
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff happening right now.
There really is. There's like
There is. If you strip this back, I guarantee there's like 7 different instruments playing.
There are not 7 instruments.
Not all
What?
at the same
Three.
time.
There's a drum, sometimes a guitar, and a keyboard, and a bass. I guess there's 4.
Wow, that panning is really overdone. Bro is just going. Woo, 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 woo. At this point, they needed money, so they were appealing to movie producers, not rock fans. I guess that's why a lot of Pink Floyd fans try to forget this album.
I think they have to try very hard.
Damn.
It's good sounding if you're on magic gummies. You could say that about Pink Floyd's entire discography.
I feel it is a lot better psychedelic music than this.
I was vibing at the very beginning. It sounded very super haunted house theme, like you're walking into like Dracula's castle or something. You got your whole Scooby-Doo gang going with you, chilling, you're vibing, trying to find the next mystery. And then they sort of threw a curveball and kind of just started throwing in random instrumental sound effects that weren't part of the vibe at all. And they did that the rest of the song, and I'm kind of confused as to why. And every time I started getting back, and then they took the drums away, which is the main thing I was bopping to. And after that, they kept bringing it back in, back out, back in, back out. And I don't really know why. I don't really know what they were going for with this song. It doesn't really make any sense to me. It's called Main Theme. You would essentially think it's a theme song to the movie because it's a movie soundtrack. I don't even know what the hell it could have been a theme song for. Very confusing song for me. Don't know what they were going for. 6.5. Colt.
Fucking snooze fest. Just nothing of note happening at any point in time, really. Just bleh, whatever. Next fucking song, please. 4.
4. Okay. Noah?
Yeah, gonna double down with Cole.
Wow. Ibiza bar. And a 9 from Shadow on Ibiza. Didn't they use the same guitar melody already? No? No, never mind. I just know the song. That's it. The Nile song had a very similar melody to this. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Those drums are kind of rough. Very grungy.
Forgot that they even did the scream. Bar for bar. Nile song. Guys, this reminds me of something. Can you help me out?
So one thing right off the bat that stood out to me about, I mean, particularly short song, I guess. These last few, except main theme, have been very short. The two guitars on this song, bass and the other guitar, kicked ass. They were great. Fantastic tones. Loved both of them insanely well. Great melodies, great tones. I thought I had heard this melody already on this album. I think it was similar to the Nile song. I think somebody mentioned that in chat. I'm fairly for certain it was. Either way, still love it. The problem I kind of have with this song is lyrically, I'm not a huge fan of it. But the bigger problem is I don't know what the hell happened with these drums. They just sound... Maybe it's the way they recorded the drums. They sound boxy. Like they're just like... They're not booming. They're just like he was hitting a box instead of like... Or maybe like the edge of the drum, like on the ring, instead of the actual drum part. Or right inside the drum instead of actually the bop part that you get. It was not hitting very well. They are loud. They were recorded loud, but that was the problem, is they didn't sound very good, unfortunately. The fills were nice, but the actual tone was off. Everything else is pretty damn good, and I like the way David Gilmour's singing. 7.5. Noah.
All right, I want.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. It's the Nile song.
It is? I thought it was.
It's Nile song light. It's a slightly worse in every way version. The guitar tone is the exact same.
Why did you say I was wrong then? Or I was off?
didn't.
Somebody did. I think Cole did. You shook your head or something.
Guitar solo, incredibly similar. Drum fills, incredibly similar. They even do the scream at the end.
Didn't catch that.
It's just Nile song.
Okay.
A slightly worse version. 7.5. I mean, it's still good. It's just like, you guys did it better on the same album.
Am I alone on thinking the drums sounded boxy almost? Like, different?
I don't think it's a great drum tone.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I would describe it.
Welcome back, ATV. Cole, go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a weaker version of the Nile song. I think the biggest issue is the same one as the Nile song. It's just the production is really bad, but it's still got a fun energy to it. So I'll throw it a 7.5.
All right, up next, some more blues. I don't know how many songs we have left.
3 after this.
3, got it. And this is also an instrumental.
Hadn't quite grasped his genius level of guitar soloing.
I'm not even paying attention to this song. I'm just worried about the next one. Okay.
What a riveting piece of music that was. Just had me on the edge of my seat for those 2 minutes and 12 seconds of the most boring guitar playing in David Gilmour's career. Fucking, I think I've said all I need to say. 5. That was just like, I don't even know why I was here.
Not liking that guitar much. I'm not liking the tone as much as you are, apparently.
Yeah, not big. Wasn't big on it. Just kind of, I don't know. Didn't sound like he put that much effort into it.
Very thin.
It sounds like he's playing a really shitty guitar.
David Gilmour has very much not reached his masterful command of blues playing just yet. Give it a handful of years, you'll get there. 4.5.
Oh shit! I muted. My fault. Up next, Quicksilver.
Oh boy.
7 minutes. Wow. Okay. Is this the longest they do on this album?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is going on right now? They're just moving instruments around? No, that's an actual instrument playing.
You guys can see why I was dreading this.
Is that a vacuum?
Is that
Are
a
they
Dyson
winding?
V8?
Are they cranking something up right now? What is this noise rock shit? Oh.
This is Brian Eno.
Is this like that one song they did on Saucer where it was just a whole bunch of weird industrial noise for a while? No. Okay. Are you lying to me or?
What did you say?
Well, remember on Saucer they had a song where it was just entirely like, as you guys put it, prog
wasn't
rock, but to me it
entirely.
was like basically entirely industrial noise.
I don't think there's anything on Saucer that's prog.
I think he's referring to the title track.
Yes, I was.
Space rock? I guess this is kind of space rock-esque.
It's like Minecraft cave noises.
Except boring.
Yeah,
LC
I'm not,
that means
I'm not getting bewildered.
anyone with a wrench next to their name is a mob.
There's no whimsy in this. What the fuck?
Oh my lord. Cymbaline has played LC Vid. We're on the last couple songs on the album.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. You missed it.
We were big fans of Cymbaline.
Now you get to listen to Quicksilver and suffer with the rest of us.
You say suffer, I say I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen.
I say, I'm really looking forward to bedtime.
I say
Is
I
that
don't
next?
remember what's gonna happen, but I don't anticipate it getting any better.
James Diamond, of course we're gonna get the dark side of the rainbow. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You did, well, I don't know if I could. Oh, yeah, I will. Fuck it, I don't care.
Is that a...
You did miss best song.
Is James Diamond referring to the fucking Dark Side of the Moon Wizard of Oz thing?
I bet he is.
I don't know.
It's a theory of sorts, so probably.
AT Field, that might be one of the weirdest things I've ever read.
Deciding which song belongs the most in an anal sex scene on the album. Wow.
Oh.
Personally, I'm going party sequence.
When do we do Animals again? Oh, when we do Animals again, can we do a 2018 remix? I think we want to do that,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do it. Dark Side of the Moon syncs up with the Wizard of Oz. I'd heard something about. No,
It
you
does.
mentioned that before, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I'm afraid you went back an album or two too far. What's
Well,
up,
the
Floyd,
next
for
one
what?
we're doing by them is we're doing that Umaguma. So
Yeah, we're going in order, so
we're in for a trip.
Umaguma is gonna be just. That one is gonna be painful to get through. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna go request that we don't even like. When we do Umaguma, we gotta like maybe read 2 comments after every song. Like we gotta move.
Also, Echo syncs up really well with the final act of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I feel like that's just because they're both just so out there that like any piece of music that is that spaced out, spacey, and eerie is gonna line up with that movie.
I saw a wild take. Somebody said Tarny said the whole first side of Dark Side of the Moon sucks.
You're just saying that to be different, okay?
Boy.
That's wrong. That's one of the most like hardest to dislike albums I've ever heard.
The early stuff is very experimental. Indeed, it is, Flubbert.
I've never heard anybody like dislike Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, I have.
I've heard people say it's boring or overrated, not dislike.
I mean, my first listen, I didn't like it that much. A few years ago.
Wow.
Guitar solo overrated as fuck. Lyrics are actually not as good as everyone says.
Which guitar solo?
She's talking about Time because she called Time highly overrated.
That is
The Time
is
solo is
so whack.
debatably his best solo.
That is true.
It's
Better
got
than the Pig solo.
It is better than Pig solo.
Dark Side deserves to be one of the biggest albums. Well, it certainly is. What's up, Tyler Willard 0608? Paul Blart Mall Cop synced with Dark Side of the Moon.
Good take. Amazing take.
Bruh.
Fantastic take. I agree.
Oh, man.
Interesting.
Bro, so we were starting to get a warning on this song, and then we were like about
Why
midway.
do they care?
No, but that's what I was about to say. They were starting it. YouTube was giving us warning, then they just took it away because they didn't realize it was playing. They took the warning away.
Holy shit.
Warning and they took it away.
So much of nothing is happening.
That's the first time that has ever happened when a song was still playing.
Yeah. Wow.
I've never
Nothing
seen that.
happened.
According to YouTube, really nothing happened.
Yeah, it was like Minecraft cave noises and spooky keyboard for 7 minutes. This song just really just shows that it is for a film.
Yeah,
Because I
clearly.
couldn't imagine anyone ever going out of their way to listen to this unless you're like on a lot of drugs.
There's a couple people in chat who might be enjoying it a bit more than.
So yeah, that one's a rough one. I'll give that a 2.5.
Okay, Cole.
Well, I can't say that I hated it. But yeah, it is extraordinarily uneventful and just dragged quite a bit. 4.
Well, YouTube said it all. They didn't even think a song was still playing 6 minutes into it, which is hilarious. A cool vibe it kind of created at one point. But there was such bland. It didn't have a feeling to it. I wasn't into it. It didn't push me. There was no emotion behind it. It just sounded floaty, I guess is the right word. Just like kind of you're floating in space, which can be really cool if it sounds bigger than that, but it didn't. I'll go in the middle. I'll give it a 3, I guess. All right, up next, Spanish piece.
Oh boy.
1 minute. We go from 7 minutes of essentially nothing to 1 minute of something. Look, guys. Oh, God, no. What is this? No! No! Oh, God! It's so close!
Alright, stop yelling.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate it.
I think this Paris music is my soul.
I'm gonna kill myself. This is awful.
Lovely senorita.
I don't know what the fuck that was. That was really bad. That was really, really, really bad.
Okay, that was a Spanish piece. I'm gonna go real quick. That's a 0. I hated every single second of that, without a shadow of a doubt. There is nothing else I want to say. Cole.
2, that was really dumb.
Noah.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, it's a bit of a joke in the Pink Floyd community. Yeah, it deserves to be that. This song is... I'm really happy it's only a minute.
Only saving grace.
The impression done is terrible, and I hate how closely it's mic'd. It makes me really upset. 0.
All right, last song on Pink Floyd's more dramatic theme. We had main theme, now we get dramatic theme. We know if this one has lyrics. It do not.
I'm gonna guess no.
It does not. I love the Spanish pieces up where Seamus and furry animals. 9 out of 10.
That's the trifecta right there.
Wow. A2 Field unironically loves Umaguma, honestly.
You're wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
Horrible. Horrible album.
That is gonna be a really hard album to get through. It's a nice beat right here. No, that background thing that's going doo, 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 doo. Is that a bass guitar or an actual guitar? Okay. It does sound like something from a spy movie. You love Careful with that axe, Eugene? You love the live version of Umaguma? Is there a massive difference between the live and the studio?
You just mean you love the live half of that album.
That was solid. Interesting bass part. A better guitar tone than we've gotten on a lot of the soloing on the album. They put a little bit more effort into it. Still pretty boring, you know. Still wish more happened, but it's a movie soundtrack. I get it, but it's not gonna give or take any points. I'll give it a 6.
Okay, Cole?
Pretty dull. Not gonna lie. Really, really, really dull. Beyond a 5.
5. Yeah, more leaning towards Cole here. Very, very. Man, the latter half of this album did not turn up many bangers. Very boring instrumental songs we had here, where not a whole lot was introduced or happened. Did enjoy the bass guitar strumming along. Wasn't a huge fan of the electric, but again, there's not a whole lot to talk about on this song because not a lot changed, or there wasn't a whole lot of progression. I'll give it a 6.5 though. I'll go a little higher in Cole, or no, I guess. All right, well, we made it through to final rankings time of the album More by Pink Floyd, the third studio album. So let's do it. Final rankings. For those who've never been here before, we take our top 3 of the album, put it in order. We give the album a 1 to 10 ranking, and then we rate the albums we have heard so far in Pink Floyd's discography in order, being Piper at the Gates of Dawn, Saucer Full of Secrets, and More.
All right, top 3 is going to be number 3, the Nile song, number 2, Green is the Color, number 1, Cymbaline.
Okay.
Not even that hard of a decision to make, really. Overall, I mean, this thing sonically is an absolute mess. It's got next to no cohesion whatsoever, even considering the fact it's a film soundtrack. Like, it's just all over the place. They are very directionless at this time. And most of this is pretty dull, pretty boring, pretty uneventful. The performances are not anywhere near the stratosphere of where they're going to be. But there are just, like, random pretty good... So, like, there's 2 pretty good songs in here, and then there's 2, like, amazing songs that I love in here for absolutely no reason, considering what the rest of this album sounds like. It doesn't make any sense that there be 2 amazing songs in the middle. But overall, I would say this album is like a 5.5 to a 6.
5.5 to a 6. All right, I'm gonna let Noah finish. I am almost gonna have an identical one, except instead of Green is the Color, I'm gonna replace my number 3 with Ibiza Bar, 2 being Now Song, and 1 being Cymbaline. Pretty easy. I think everyone's gonna have 1 as Cymbaline. I don't even think anything came close to that one. Yeah, hadn't ever heard this album fully through. Very odd album. First album without Syd Barrett. They're clearly directionless. They didn't really know, clearly didn't know where to take this. I mean, obviously it's a movie soundtrack, so they had a general consensus of what they wanted to sound like, but they have no clue where they want their sound to go yet. There were some good things. David Gilmour shows a lot of promise that we'll see in the future from him. There were some great lyrics on some songs. There was also a lot of directionless songs and some terrible, terrible decisions on this album. We are very up and down. Hard to rank this very properly. I think I'm going to go a little lower than Koldo and say a 5. Not a huge fan. Noah.
All right. At 3, I'll go Green is the Color. 2, give me that Cirrus minor.
Oh!
And 1, Cymbaline.
Okay.
Yeah. Big issue with this album. Not a lot of substance. You can very much tell that it's background music, and that's all it really can be. Except for the handful of songs that are really good for whatever reason. I thought I'd like a little bit more vocals.
Yeah.
I think that could have been used.
Especially in the latter half of the album.
Especially when there's so little happening instrumentally. Because I don't need vocals for it to be like really, really good. As long as you make the instrumentals or convey like much more interesting. But they just can't do that yet. Yeah, this album's pretty mid. I'm feeling like a 5.5 to a 6. And did you guys rank the albums?
No, I was just about to get to that, so go ahead.
At 3, I'll go More. 2, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. 1, Saucer Full of Secrets.
Well, you took my exact rating. 3 More, 2 Piper, 1 Saucer. Cool.
3 Piper, 2 probably Saucer, and 1 More.
You think More is currently their best album at this point?
Yeah.
Disgusting opinion.
That is a terrible
Easily
opinion.
has the highest peaks.
I mean, Cymbaline's their
The
best
lowest
song,
lows.
but it also has some terrible songs on here.
The lows of Piper are probably worse.
Spanish
album's
Peace is the
batting
only
like-
song I gave a 0 to so far.
This album's batting like 300.
Yeah, I'm on side with no. That's a crazy opinion. All right, well that's our Pink Floyd's more album ranking. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who did who watch on YouTube, leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified when we go live. Also join us on our Discord. Links in the description below. We hope you guys did enjoy. Continue watching for our Pink Floyd and Radiohead album discographies. The next one will probably be Radiohead's next album and or paid request. Not sure. Kid A is coming up. Is it next? I think Kid A is next. So next album will be Kid A, and then we have a paid album request as well after that. So stay tuned. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you guys in the next video.